Namaste, guys. ChristianRLong, Life Enhancement Consultant, giving you a big and beautiful shout out on this Saturday afternoon here in Newark, New Jersey. This is a beautiful Dunkin' Donuts coffee that I got the way I like it, light and sweet. America runs on Dunkin'. Alex, Namaste. Good to see you on. Hope you're well. It's been a while since we've seen you on a live stream. And so, as you guys know from last night's stream, we finished up the 21-day spiritual vacation, and then we all got up super early this morning, and 8 of us loaded ourselves in a party van, or party bus, or whatever you want to call it, and we went from Bovina, and I thought we were going to go from Bovina directly to the Newark International Airport, but come to find out, we made a little pit stop, a little side stop in Woodstock, New York. Now, for those of you who do not know, in 1969, one of the greatest music festival events of all time, even to this day, many years later, happened in Woodstock. 500,000 people attended this event, and it was supposed to be like a revolution of human awakening, a revolution of consciousness, a revolution of freedom of expression, a revolution of letting bygones be bygones and people just being people, and no more labels and no more judgments and no more criticisms, and just, like this goal of a utopia, which is kind of around the same time that we were going from the Piscean age, the age of water, the age of emotion, to the Aquarian age, right? You hear the song Age of Aquarius, Age of Aquarius, right? You hear that song? And so Woodstock was supposed to embody that, to represent that. And it was funny because they didn't have enough food for people. They didn't have enough, what's the word I'm looking for? They didn't have enough food for people. They didn't have enough medicine tents for people. They didn't have enough, what's the word I'm looking for? Like toiletry areas for people, like plumbing and all that. But I bet you, I wasn't there, but I bet you they had plenty of drugs for everybody. So we were able to stop in Woodstock. One of the pranic healers wanted to get a bunch of T-shirts for her kids and grandkids, and letting everyone know that, hey, Grandma was at Woodstock. Not the original Woodstock, but the town of Woodstock, which is interesting because I would have actually liked to have gone to the huge field that the event actually took place. And over the 21-day spiritual vacation, I believe it was day 10, we actually took the pranic healing group to go from Bovina, and we went into town, and we went to the world's largest kaleidoscope. Lama, Namaste. We went to the world's largest kaleidoscope. Who would have thought, in the middle of nowhere? Ashley, Namaste. And they had a book on the history of Woodstock. Like, the main photographer at Woodstock had put out a book. So I was, flipping through the book, looking at all the different pictures and the history. And I think the photographer had not an intimate, but a close friendship with Bob Dylan, who was one of the main attractions of the event. So it was kind of cool going through this book and seeing a piece of history, and then 2 weeks later end up going to the place itself. And it's really cool. Maybe not really cool, but there's 8 of us in the van. 5 of us were going to the airport, and then 3 of them are driving from Newark Airport back to Florida. It's a long drive in a big party van. But so we all left really early because of one particular person who who wanted to make his flight. So when we went to Woodstock, we're doing the whole touristy thing. We're looking for a coffee place. We're looking for a sandwich place. None of us had gotten up early enough to eat. We wanted to get on the road nice and early. And then people want to do a little tourist shopping, if you will. Like our friend that wanted to buy the T-shirts, the Woodstock T-shirts for her family. Well, we lost 2 of those people. About 20 minutes later, we never said, hey, meet us back at this time because we got to go. Scott, Namaste, you changed your profile picture. It looks a little bit more stoic. I like it. I always like the big guns, dropping the big guns. So we ended up trying to find them, and it was getting later and later and later. And if it got any later, we were most likely going to miss the flight of our friend. And so, being energy workers, being pranic healers, we're taught certain techniques to remove congestion and to make the roads cleaner energetically and to make the roads safer energetically, so we can maybe speed up a little bit. And what do you know? We made it just in the nick of time. Our friend was able to get on the right plane and head out of his way, right? So there's two conversations going on. There's my conversation with you guys, and then his conversation with his guy. So I thought, why not sit right next to each other and we can have these conversations together? Smart. So right now, I'm at the Newark airport. Magic. So I'm at the Newark airport, and I'm realizing I'm actually at the wrong terminal because my friend, who's a fellow pranic healer, she goes, hey, I'm in the other terminal. I'm leaving in a few hours. Why don't you go from your terminal to my terminal? We can have lunch, and then you can go back to your terminal, and I can bounce. So I ended up staying. It came over. I had Qdoba. She had pizza. It was all that in a bag of chips. And then I'm going to be leaving here, and my flight is at 7. So I will basically have been at the airport for about 7 hours. So I thought, why not listen to some music? Why not text a bunch of people? I'm going to start reading a new book that was given to me by Master Glenn, which I'm super excited. I'm already 30 pages into it, and it's intense. It's intense. It's the perfect connection between science and spirituality. This book. And it came out in 2008. Very, very good. But I'm only 30 pages in. I can't give you much recommendations one way or the other. But the guy who wrote this book is super advanced. See, I knew Scott was going to ask what book. By the way, Scott, magic with a K, there is no C. So you have magic with a C, which is entertainment, or you have magic with a K, which is, using subtle energies for healing purposes. So you tell me why you did it that way. And if you can tell me correctly, then I'll tell you the name of the book. It's a really good book. It's written by one of the world's most well-known Kabbalists. So I'm going to say congrats to Bovina. Oh my God, how miss me all our Hatik friends. Yeah, we had about 100 people at the 9-day retreat, and then when it went from the 9-day to the 21-day retreat, we had about 23 people in total, including the kitchen staff. So it was a big shift in energy from all those people, and then like overnight, where'd everyone go? But tomorrow's stream, which will be Sunday, I'm going to do the 10 things I got out of the 21-day spiritual vacation, because it's taken me 10 years to attend this event, because every year I either missed it because of financial lacking in financial resources, lacking in time, or lacking in will. Because you have to have will. Most people are like, I'd love to do that, but if I have to put in any time, effort, or energy, I can't make it happen, right? So you also have to have the will of like, okay, how do I plan this out? How do I make this happen? What are the details? Let me reverse engineer this. It's 21 days. Okay, let me clear my calendar for 21 days. How much does it cost? Okay, let me put a little bit away every single week, month, etc. Right? And then, ta-da, the 21 days comes up and you're ready to go. Versus, I'd love to go, and then you don't do anything for a year, and then it comes and goes. So I didn't want that to happen again this year. So at the end of December 2018, I committed. I said, okay, we're going to make this happen. Put it on my calendar, did all the necessary things, energetically and physically. Ta-da! I was lucky enough, honored enough, blessed enough, privileged enough to attend the 21-day spiritual vacation. So it was excellent, excellent, excellent. Super grateful. So Scott says, because you need to tell the difference magic with a K is real magic using energy and with will to cause change and bend reality. Okay, bend reality. Mark, Abba Namaste. Long time, man. Haven't seen you in a hot minute. Hope you're doing well. I'm not sure if you're still in the cannabis business, or I should say the financial storage business of cannabis. I don't know how you would word it, but I hope you're doing well. Lots of light, love, and power from God and my teacher, Grandmaster Cho Kuksui, in your personal and professional life. K is great. Yeah, everyone likes K, but K doesn't stand for great. I wonder why they use K.
I don't play with them, you know?
Think about that for a second. Why would they use K? Aha. I won. I talked louder and longer than him, so he got up and left. This is important work that we're doing, right? This is super, super important work. So, I'm reading this book. I'm going to do some work on the computer. I'm going to write a letter. Kabbalah. Oh, snap. I thought you were talking about Kriya Shakti. Yes, Kabbalah is great. Kabbalah is great. Grandmaster Cho Kuksui was a Kabbalist. Grandmaster Cho Kuksui, the modern founder of Pranic Healing or Hatha Yoga, was a Kabbalist. And one of my mentors, and actually one of my mentors who was also the very first person I ever drove to Bovina with, this would have been 2005, I'm guessing, probably 2005, 2006, maybe 2006. He's a Kabbalist. Very, very powerful healer, very wise. I mean, he has all white hair, so he has to be wise. He's like a Merlin, right? You know, he's like the ultimate magician. And love him, you know, super tall, white hair, super knowledgeable, crystal clear blue eyes that see right through you, and a great sense of humor. So I'm honored to have this particular person as my mentor, but he has been following the Kabbalah religiously, and Kabbalah is not a religion, but, you know, consistently and persistently over the past 20 years. So it's funny, him and I have never had any deep conversations about the Kabbalah. So maybe at some point in this incarnation, when him and I are hanging out together again at our Hatha Yoga retreat in New Jersey, we can bust it out hard. But that's basically it. I just wanted to jump on and connect with you guys, see if you had any questions, comments, clarifications. We're not going to talk too much about the Bovina experience, because I'll be doing that tomorrow. But if there's anything that specifically you want to talk about, and also the name of the book that I know Scott is chomping at the bit to get the title of. See? Look, I just said it, and then he just messaged it. Scott, you and I are one. The book is Nano. Nano. N-A-N-O by Rav Berg. R-A-V-B-E-R-G. Rav Berg. So that's the book, and I'm 30 pages into it. His background, I knew nothing about this person. Zero. I take that back. I heard his name somewhere else, but that's it. I heard someone say Rav Berg one time, but I knew nothing about him. Wow, cool. Oh, yes. Okay, so you know Big Daddy Berg. Amazing story. Amazing story. Like the beginning of it, the foreword of the book is written by one of his sons, and it's like mind-blowing. And you can tell just by how his son talks about his father, how aware this family lineage is. Like the language that they use, reading in between the lines, beautiful. God is a verb. God is totally a verb. Oh, he wrote that book, God is a verb? Sounds about right. You're welcome, Scott. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what value you get out of it. Which actually reminds me, I remember back in the day when I was dating somebody who was running book clubs. She always said to me, she goes, hey, you should run a book club for men, right? And you can read books on masculinity, books on relationships. You can read Grandmaster Cho Kuksui's books, you know, which are extensive. There's over 20 books that any one of those books would take you a lifetime to deeply understand and to master. But I think about that, having a book club. And now, because we have Skype, we have Zoom, we have FaceTime, we're connected with each other all over the world 24 hours a day. It would be much easier for us to do a online book club where we meet once a week for an hour or 2 hours and go deep into certain topics. But here's the thing I have about book clubs, right? whatever book it is, whether it's the Gita, whether it's the origins of modern pranic healing or Hatha Yoga, whether it's a book on finance, a book on starting a business, whatever the book is, the thing I am most interested in of doing a book club or studying information is application of that information. Because here's the thing. You can read 100 books on starting a business, 100 books on God, you can read 100 books on meditation, you can read 100 books on energy healing, but if you have no structure of applying that information, then who cares? You know what I mean? Like, who cares? So I notice a lot of people just like to get together for the socializing aspect of like a book club or wine club or a hobby club, which is fine. If your purpose is socializing, then I guess, it's kind of like if you were to sign up for a hiking club and you talk about hiking, but you never go hiking. Or you sign up for a biking club and you talk about biking, but you never go biking. You talk about an entrepreneur's club, but nobody starts a business to sell a product or service. You know what I mean? So if I were to start a book club on relationships, on dating, on finance, on spirituality, on God, on whatever topic we choose to talk about, I want it to be put into practice each and every week. Each and every week. Okay, here are the 3 main points. How do we take these 3 main points from this chapter or this section of the book, apply it into our lives, and then the next week we'll talk about that, right? We'll talk about our the application of it. But most book clubs, you read a chapter, you come back the next week, and then you talk about that chapter. So you're talking about the book, but not necessarily extracting the knowledge from the book and applying it into your own life. But I mean, I'm sure there's 100 different types of book club models or get-together models or whatever, but that's how I roll. Because the term in the world of spirituality for people who study, but never apply are called metaphysicians. And I never wanted to be a metaphysician. I never wanted to be so knowledgeable of such high-level spiritual concepts, but the rubber never met the road. There was no application of those principles. And I was saying to somebody earlier today, I'd rather have one principle, one technique that I practice religiously for 20 years every day and become a master of it, versus having 100 techniques that I never practice or remember anything about. So, call me old-fashioned. Just because you know something doesn't mean you understand it, and doesn't mean you have practical experience. So, kind of got off on a little bit of a tangent, but you guys get my point. Practical information, practical spirituality, practical. If it's not practical, what's the point? It looks like there's a upside down cross above me. Whoa, it's like the pillar of light. Scott, it's like the Antakarana. And then radiating in all directions. My body's tired, man. Woof. Went to bed super late. Woke up super early. Jumped into the pond. Didn't have a chance to eat. So yeah. But super blissed out too. Like blissed out of my mind. I'm really looking forward to going home, being in stillness for a little bit, even though I've been in stillness for 21 days. Stillness in my own house. No people, no volunteers, no noises, no set routine. You know what I mean? No people ringing bells to bring everyone back into the main ashram. Just stillness, Christian style. So I'm really looking forward to that. So for those of you who are going to be around tomorrow, we're going to be doing the Twin Hearts meditation in a group from 10 a.m. Kara's back on. From 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 1 hour. 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 1 hour. We're going to be doing the meditation for 30 minutes. Then we're going to be doing healing for 30 minutes. And I talked with one of the masters at the retreat to get some more tips, strategies, techniques, insights to make the group meditation and healings more powerful, more efficient, more effective. And so I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys as well. What else? Also, if you're in need of healing, feel free to go to ChristianRLong.com. It's my website. It's where all the information is. I'm going to be updating my website in the next month or so that'll be fun. That'll be exciting. New offerings, new services that we'll be providing for people over the next couple months. And if you think of something that you need, want, and desire in the world of energy, healing, meditation, or practical spirituality, whether it's a service, whether it's a product, let me know in the comment section, because I'm always looking for new, fresh things to keep you guys entertained, to keep you guys educated, to keep you guys empowered. So feel free to throw out like, hey, could you talk about this? Hey, could you create a product for this? Hey, could we do a healing package for this? Because I'm on these streams for you guys. One of my friends who was poking me, he was poking me at the retreat, and I called him out on it twice. He goes, you like to hear the sound of your own voice, don't you? And I said, yes, I do. But it's with a purpose. I'm talking with a purpose. I'm talking to help people. I'm using my ninja power of the throat chakra to help people. So Scott says, what is your necklace? Not the triple cross, the other one. So for those of you who don't know what the triple cross is, the triple cross is the popple cross, but this is a little bit modified for Arhatic yoga practitioners. So so you can buy this as an Arhatic yogi, and then it has a little bit of more information on it. But as you wear it, it balances the upper, middle, and lower auras and strengthens your aura if you look at it clairvoyantly and scan it energetically. The other one that Scott is referring to is a picture of Grandmaster Choa Koksui, my teacher, on one side, and then the Om symbol, or the sound of creation, on the other side. And the reason I have Master here is he's blessing everybody that I come in contact with. So every person that looks at me or connects with me from the chest up will receive Master Choa's energies, Master Choa's blessings, and it's a good excuse for me to say to people, hey, my eyes are up here. That's so that's all, guys. That's all I got for you today. I'm going to get back to reading, get back to my coffee. Lots of light, love, and power from God and my teacher, Grandmaster Choa Koksui, into your lives. If I can do anything for you, please let me know through direct message. Also, go to my website, sign up for healing right then and there. Super, super easy. And I look forward to serving you in the very, very near future. So, this is Christian Long, Life Enhancement Consultant, sending you energies for a beautiful Saturday, a beautiful week, and a beautiful life. Atma, namaste. Bye-bye.